Oh, Mr. Alange.
How you doing?
Good. And you?
Okay, Baruch Hashem, good. Yeah,
You're feeling okay?
yeah, feel terrific.
Good.
Feel terrific.
Good.
Yeah. A little chilly in the house. I don't know.
Huh?
It's a little chilly in the house, but nice outside, though, huh?
Yeah. Well, it's in my house the same.
You know, the chilly. I put a jacket on there now.
But I refuse to put the heating on.
Oh yeah. Oh no, not this time of year. Not in June, huh? No June. Not in
Yeah.
June. Yeah. 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 Okay. You know, it's so nice to see you drive around, you see all the flowers, how beautiful
Yeah.
the gardens are beautiful. It comes out so nice. It's a pleasure to see, especially with there's been rain, so everything is watered.
Okay.
So the flowers, the grass are all nice. It's a pleasure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Haroldo.
Hello.
Wow.
Hello.
Oh, Harold, huh? Oh, Harold.
What a shirt. What a shirt.
Aloha. Aloha.
Aloha.
I saw the sun
Aloha.
come out for a change. I got excited.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see. Yeah, but it's too late. It comes out at 6
I
o'clock.
know. I can't remember it being so not sunny for so long. All of May and now
I know.
half of June.
A little bit today. Yeah, I know. It's just amazing.
We're paying all the high taxes for that.
Yeah.
You know, in Seattle, you couldn't. It happened. Sometimes you couldn't see the sun for 6 weeks. Not the sun. It was
Wow.
overcast. 6 straight weeks with drizzle, not heavy rain, and that's
Oh,
why.
Alan, when I
Yeah.
lived in England,
Yeah,
the
same
sun-
thing, huh?
the sun came out one day in June.
Oh.
After a snow.
Yeah. Oh my.
We had snow in June
Did you really? Wow. Wow.
and black ice.
Oh boy. Yeah. How many years did you live in London?
Not in London, in the north.
Oh, north.
Oh,
Yeah.
almost 6.
6.
6 years.
Oh. It's depressing too, huh?
It's overcast all the time. You get
Yeah.
used to it, but
Yeah.
not good.
Oh.
Mario, what kind of watch you have there?
Oh, you like it?
I see it's a triangle. What is that?
It's I don't know. I think I paid
The Seiko.
$10 or something like
It's the
that.
Timex. The Timex.
It looks interesting.
I had it in my drawer, so I'm gonna try it and see if it keeps time. It does.
Okay.
It's an automatic.
Oh, really? Oh, that's good.
Yeah, but made in China, you know.
What else is new?
My son's in Indonesia today.
Oh God, I've been there. It's horrible.
And then he's
Why is
going
he
to
there?
what's for
what's he
business.
having?
And he's going to the paper goods there in Indonesia.
Oh,
Then he's going to Vietnam tonight. I think he's
that's
on the way.
nice. That's much better.
Yeah, much better. Yeah, but Indonesia is the most anti-Semitic country in the world.
Yeah.
It's terrible. Yeah.
Yeah. He can't wear. He wears his cap when he goes into Vietnam. He wears his yarmulke already.
I used to
But
wear a
Indonesia-
cover for my bris. I have a cover for my bris.
No, but I once traveled with a guy by train in England, and we started talking. He was from Indonesia, and he was in the water irrigation. I said, do you go to Israel? He says, I wish I could. So he pulls out his passport. He says, not allowed to enter Israel.
Wow.
Yeah.
In this passport.
Wow.
So I said, you're missing something. He said, no, I'm not, because Israel sends it to Italy. They put it in different crates and put stamps made in Italy. And then I buy it from them.
You're right.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, what money does, yeah. Money
Yeah.
Yeah, Malaysia's the same way. They're so stupid.
Yeah,
Where?
Malaysia.
Malaysia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. They just. Okay. They should all drop dead. Every one of those people.
Yep.
Suffer. Yeah. So.
Did you see that video they're making in Israel, honey without bees?
Oh no, honey without bees?
Unbelievable. And they can make it by the tons in the lab.
Interesting. That's very radical.
And it tastes like honey.
Tastes like honey.
And they made it with whatever your scientists call enzymes from coffee, from different foods. Unbelievable, unbelievable. And it comes out the same color, transparent, clean.
Wow. Geniuses. There are a lot of geniuses there. I'm telling you. If the world only knew what they're missing.
Yeah.
So where is Ernie? You sure it's at 7?
Yeah, he said 7 o'clock.
100%. 100%. He has to go to shul soon. He has to go to shul about 10 to 7, 10 to 8. And then.
Doesn't matter. He's going to do this in 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah.
Harold, it's your turn to call him.
Okay. I will find him.
Send him a text. No.
Maybe he forgot.
He doesn't forget.
He does.
Okay, just send him a text.
Okay. I'll be 2 minutes late.
He says, I am on.
Okay.
Wait, he's on what? He's
On
the
what?
toilet. Where is he?
He's on.
Sorry.
Okay.
We're on 28, Kafka. The halacha about what does la'alter mean? That means if somebody loses a get, what is it considered that it's still kosher, that there was no person waiting there? Rav Rachana Rav Yitzchak Bar Shmuel halacha shelo over adam sham. The halacha is, I'm going to read it to you. Shliach she'ibed es a get. Shliach that lost the get, umatzu la'alter, found it right away. Sherosh lo over adam b'makom. He saw that no one had passed there. Misha shavim mimenu ad shashanimtzu. For the time he lasted until he found it. Arezeh kosher. So the halacha is like that. Yeshoyim. So the Gemara says, "Lema mar halacha kamar halacha kamar." Why did they actually have to state the halacha? Why didn't they just say the halacha is like Rav Shimon ben Elazar? Because there are baraisas where they switch to shitas, so we have to be told exactly what shita they hold in. Matzu b'chviso b'deluskmaf was found in a box. My chviso amar Rav Chana chemes ketana, like a little jug. My dluskma pliska desaki, like a purse that an older person would wear. Rashi says tashka, like a tasha.
A tashka, yeah.
A
Tashka the bag.
A tash is a bag in Yiddish.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mishnah. I maybe get vinichol zaken achola. The guy brought a get from China, and when the shaliach left the husband in China, he was old or sick. So the halach is noisinla. We don't assume that the guy died, and dead men don't divorce their wives. No, we assume he's still alive, and therefore he's allowed to give her the get. B'cheska shu kayim. Bas Yisrael and Sula Cohen. A Bas Yisrael who's married to a Cohen who can eat truma. V'holach bailam dina sayam. And her husband goes to China. She continues, oichlos betruma b'cheska shu kayim. We don't assume that we don't hear from him, he's dead. He was alive because he's b'cheskas chayim. He remains b'cheskas chayim until we hear the opposite. Similarly, Asholech Chatosum Dina Sayam. Somebody committed an Aveira that brings a Korban Chatas, and he's in China. He sends instructions with the Shaliach to bring a Korban Chatas. Makrivin also b'cheskas shukayim. If a person who separates a Korban Chatas and dies, so that animal goes lemisa. But here we actually makriv the animal b'cheskas that the guy's still alive. Amar Avaloy Shanu, the Zakin Shlagir Ligvuros. You're talking about a person who's not 80 years old, or a regular sick person, Choylim. Sharov Choylim L'chayim. Most sick people stay alive. Aval Zakin Shigir Ligvuros. An old person who's reached 80, so then you would not give the get if you arrived from a far place. The Goy says, or somebody who's, dying. Sharoiv goysen lemisa, then lo. Eis ve'abai, maybe get vinicha zaken, afilu ben mea shana. They bring Abaya brings a halacha that even if you're 100 years old, noisen la b'chetzka shukayim, to yufta. So it's a kasha on Rava. The boy said, even the iflig. Listen to this. The Gemara understood if a person's 100 years old, that's different than a person's 80 years old. If a person lived to 100, he remains b'cheskas chayim because he lived that long. There's, he's going to live long. But at 80, you're at risk. And the halacha is you're allowed to give the get no matter what. Some say that it's the zakin only if he's not 80 years old. Once he's 80 years old, he's like a ghost says. But if he's 100, give it. So the Rambam and the Shulchan Aruch paskin like the Iboy Sema. Ramalei Abayla Rab. It's not. I maybe get vinichol zakin chola. Somebody brings a get, and the guy who sent him was old or sick. No salab chatzka shuchay. You give it. Reminu areza gitech sha'achas kohen lomisasa. Person says, "Here's a get. I wanted to take force an hour before my death." Now, person doesn't know when he's going to die. Asur lechol b'truma miyad. He could die an hour from now. So the wife is usher to eat truma from the moment that she gets this get. Because why? So how come in the first Mishnah we keep him b'cheskas chai, and in the second we assume the worst? Amarle truma gittin koramis. You're asking me a kasha between truma and gittin? Truma efshar. Truma, the person can eat something else besides truma. So you can be machmir because of the chashash. But get lo efshar. There's no other takana. So we are soymech on the chazaka that he's alive. The Rami truma. The Gemara brings a kasha truma versus truma. Tanat. Pas Yisrael Nesula Kohen. A regular Israelis marries a Kohen. So she can eat truma. V'olach bailan dina sayam. Her husband travels to China. Oichelas betruma b'cheska shukayim. The wife continues to eat truma on the assumption that he's still alive. And then we ask, V'raminu areza gitek shachas korim isasoy. Asur lechol betruma miyad. Amar v'adam Rav Yitzchak shani asam. Sharei Asra Lov Shachas Kari Misoso. And Isser was triggered an hour before his death. So the Isser's Chal while he's alive. So we're choishes right away. So Maskiv Rav Papi Mimaidi Ihu Mis Paraisha. Who says that the husband's going to die first? Dilma Ihi my separation. Maybe the wife would die first. Then none of this would apply. Rav Meir Rav Meir holds that we're not chayish for a disaster. So she's allowed to continue to eat truma. The one who says you're not allowed to eat truma because you're choishesh lemisa, it's Rabbi Yehuda the chayish lemisa. Where do we see this now? Halokech yami ben akusi. The same case we had a couple of days ago. Person buys wine from Kusim, they don't give trumas and maisras. And he says now, Shnei Lugin Shani Osid Lahafrish. He has 100 gallons. 2 gallons I'm going to be mafresh tomorrow when I have a cup. Harein Truma. And Asara gallons Meiser Rishon. Tisha Meiser Sheni. And the Meiser Sheni has to be Mechalel it on money. Umeichel v'shois miyad Rab Meir. Rab Meir is not worried that between now and tomorrow when he separates the Truma, that this kli that's holding all this wine is going to break. He's not going to be able to do it. Rabbi Yehuda, Rabbi Yosef, Rabbi Shimon Oisrin, they aser, and in the debate that followed, the reason was because they're worried that maybe the jug is going to break. So, and the Rabbi Yehuda who's worried about the jug breaking is also worried. Rabbi Amar, no. Perhaps in the past tense, we don't say we're worried that he died. But in the future, Shema Yamus Chayshina, because people do die in the future. But a jug that's holding the wine, it's a future thing, and yet pligi. Rav Meir is not, he doesn't agree that you have to worry about Misa in the future. On Rav Yudami, this is shiny noid. A jug is different. The Efshar de Masr al You can give the jug to a watchman who will watch it, so it won't break. You can't protect somebody from dying. So, Maskil of Mashashi, Arvich Arvid Sarich. Who's going to watch the shomer? Maybe the shomer will fall asleep. The shomer needs a shomer, and then that guy's shomer needs a shomer, and there's no end to it. Elam Rabbi Shema Meis Loy Chayshinan. So going in the back, going past, nobody agrees in the past that we have to worry that maybe he died. But Shema Yamus Tanoi, this issue of the Machlekes Tanoi between Rav Meir and the other Rav Shimon Rav Yehuda regarding whether you have to worry about Misa in the future. You say you can send it via shaliach. How can you send it via shaliach? Mab'in and smicha. You have to lean on the animal. Rav Yosef for korban noshim, where there is a woman sending it, where there's no smicha. And Rav Papa Rav Chata Sa'oit, there's no smicha on a bird. Utsricha, we have to be told about all of these worries. Maybe a guy's going to die. Yashmin and get. We're not choishesh lemisa because if we get mishum deloy efshar, there's no alternative about truma de efshar him alone. But regarding eating truma, maybe we don't allow a wife to eat truma because maybe the guy died because she can eat chulin. Yashmin and truma dezin in deloy efshar. Even by truma, maybe it doesn't have chulin. Maybe by a bird chadus, we wouldn't have brought the bird to the azor because we might bring chulin lazor. Because maybe it's not really a chatas because the guy is not alive. So tzricha, we have to be sure that even bringing chulin lazor is not something that we worry about. Mishnah. Shloishet borim amrav lazar ben pratul pechachamim. Rabbi Elazar ben Prata brought testimony about earlier halacha. The Kimos Varv, and they followed him. Al Anshe Ir Shehi Kirfa Karkom, that the people who are surrounded by a siege, or Belasfina Mufteres Bayam, you have a boat in a storm, but it hasn't sunk. Velayotse Lidon, a person is going to go into a judgment where it's a capital crime. And that's when you left China, this was the situation where the Baal was. So you can still give the get. But a city that was conquered by the sieging army, Kovsha Karkum, or Sfina Sha'avda, a boat that sunk, and he was on it, by Yotze Lahare. They've already done the judgment, and there's a Gemar Din, a verdict of being executed. So, Noisin Aleim Chumrei Chaim Chumrei Mesim. You have the chumras of him being alive, it's a suffix, and you have the chumras of him being dead. How does that work? Bas Yisrael Kohen, if a Bas Yisrael is married to a Kohen, Bas Kohen Yisrael lo tochal b'truma. In neither case do they eat truma, because either the guy might be dead or the guy might be alive. Right? Bas Kohen only eats truma when her Yisrael husband dies. So there we give the chazaka that he's alive. So she still can't go back to her father's house and eat truma. Rav Yosef lo yishanu b'beis din shel Yisrael. Being taken out to be killed, and we give him chumrei chayim, that's by a Jewish court. Because Jewish courts, even at the last minute, will redeem him if the evidence comes in. By Goyim, once there's a verdict for death, they kill him. And therefore there's no cheskas chayim. We treat him as a dead guy. We should worry you can bribe them. When they take bribes, that's before they sign on the Gzar Din. After they sign on the Gzar Din, lo shakli, they don't take bribes anymore. If two Eidim come and say, we give testimony that this guy Nigmar Dina Beveis Din Shel Ploini, he was given a verdict of death in such and such Beis Din, Uploni, Eidov, and these were his witnesses. So this new Beis Din that they gave testimony in, they can take this guy out and kill him. How come we're not worried that later on the original Beis Din found reasons to potter him? Because B'boirech shiny, this guy ran away to a different city, so they didn't go back and re-adjudicate it. So his din stays like it was before. Someone heard in a Beis Din, Ish Ploini Mace, such and such guy died, or Ish Ploini Nerag. Yasius Ishto, you can marry off his wife. If he heard it from Mikomantrisin, who shall goyim, this is the scribe of a goyish court. Ish ploni mate, ish ploni nerag. Al Yasius Ishto, you can't marry his wife off just with that testimony. Now, my mesu, my nera. What does it mean that we heard the Goyish scribes say that he died or that he was killed? Ilema meis, that he died. V'nerag, nerag mamish, that's in the Jewish court, the kavose gabi goyim, amay al yasius ishto. If we hear that testimony from the Goyish secretary, I kaimalan, shekol shemesich lefitumo emenu emenamnele. If a goy just gives a a report, a narrative report, we believe him. Elalav, mace, meant Yotze Lamovis, means he's being taken out to be killed. Nerag Yotze Lahoreg, he's on his way. Uktani, Bevestin Shreis Ishto, with such testimony in a Jewish court, you can marry his wife, because we assume by that time he was killed. No, Lo'ila Mace Mamish, Venerag Mamish. How come we don't rely on such testimony in a Goyish court? By Kal Milan, we've already learned Shekol Mesech Vitum Emuna Me'emnu. Hanimili b'milsa shalosh shaychibo. We're talking about he's not involved. A guy, you listen to a guy in a bar, tell a story. He's not involved, he's telling a story. That you can believe. He was involved. So Avdi Lachsuki Shikrai, he can tell a lie. In their Bezdin, maybe they are spreading a rumor that he was killed. Can't rely on them. That you treat him becheskas chayim. Once there's a judgment for death, they don't wait around, they also kill him right away. Okay. So we're going to do the Sur Bashir in